it's Nadej Bailey. Be sure to tune into TPN Live with my Auntie Renee and my Uncle Bobby Peoples.
Hey there, I'm Leonardo Washington, star of Casting the Net.
And I'm Andrew P. Jones, the creator and director of Casting the Net.
And you're watching TPN Live
with the awesome Bobby and Renee.
Hey, I'm Courtney. I'm an actress, director, advocate. Enough about me. You're watching TPN Live with my friends, Bobby and Renee.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jamari, aka Mari. Look, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe on these videos, and make sure you share it with a friend. You are now tuned in with Bobby and Renee Live. I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Y'all know what
you was about to start singing happy birthday.
Oh, Lord have mercy. How we going to start this?
I'm sorry.
Anyways, you know what the day is. It's Happy Tuesday.
Yes.
With Bobby and Renee, TPN Live.
Yes.
We got a great show tonight. We got our homegirl from back in the ATL. She go by JustJae. She is the book plug. And we're going to find out what that means, the book plug.
Yes, guys.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's because when you plug something, that means you got some good connections going on. I mean, you got the stuff coming from Colombia type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got that China white stuff. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's how I'm looking at it.
That's
but
right.
so she gonna break it down to us and tell us what she got going on and how if you are an author, how she can help you get to where you need to be going.
Yes, we're gonna find out all about her and what she got going on, guys. So y'all, it's gonna be an exciting show. If you like the shows from the previous weeks, then you're definitely gonna like this show. And if you're an aspiring book author and you need some assistance, hey, we got the book plug coming up. Coming up.
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna pay a bill real quick because our bill ain't that much, but we're gonna pay a bill, a fraction of a bill, and when we come out, we're gonna have our girl JustJae. All right, so we'll be right back.
All right.
Let's Hands for You presents Angry Tears.
Eventually becoming a ward to the state, Erlina's journey through childhood became agonizing, dealing with her internal pain of neglect and abandonment, molestation, rape, domestic violence, and suicidal thoughts
made Erlina continually ask herself the same question. Why isn't God wiping away her angry tears?
It would not be until much later when Erlina walked into a church on her birthday that she would realize God had been with her all along.
And we are back.
All
yes.
Right.
We got our girl JustJae. How you doing, Jess?
How are you?
Hello. I have been so excited about this interview, you guys.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been excited too. I mean, because it's not every day we get to talk to a plug.
That's right.
Right. Right.
So tell us, what does this book plug? Well, first of all, introduce yourself first to everybody who don't know you, and then tell us what the book plug surname that you have is about.
Okay, so I will start with my own accolades. I am JustJae Warner, aka JustJae The Book Plug. I have 13 books for myself. I am experienced in 8 to 10 different genres. I have been Atlanta's hottest author nominee 3 or 4 times consecutively. I've made bestseller 3 times, and I have in the last 3 years helped 80 first-time authors write and self-publish their own book.
Well, dang.
That's awesome.
You say, how many you said again? 80?
80. 80, yes.
Wow. 80.
And how long ago was this? And was it time?
3 years.
3 years. Good Lord.
Years. That's why you have earned the title as the book plug.
Hey.
I know that's right.
I call myself the book plug because I offer full service, and you don't find that anywhere else. And when I say full service, I mean a lot of my clients don't type anything at all. I allow some of my clients to do voice recordings, and I take dictation. But even if you come to me with a written manuscript, I do editing. I provide copyright assistance. I have a custom cover made, and I get your book self-published. So it's full service from nothing to available for purchase, basically.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, because we get a lot of people, because we're filmmakers. We got a lot of people say, I got an idea for a story, and they don't know how to write a script. So do you do that too, plug?
I do. I actually change. I am interchangeable between scripts and novels or novelettes. I have done both. So I have no problem interchanging them. When I say writing coach, I call myself a writing coach because I can pretty much help you do anything that has anything to do with writing. I ghostwrite. I interchange different types of novels into scripts or web series or short films. I have done like I said, 8 to 10. I think it's 10 now because I've done self-help, science fiction, romance, erotica, Christian fiction, autobiographies, poetry, just pretty much anything.
Now, let me ask you a question, because how long have you been writing? Because you're like 13 years old. So how long have you been writing?
Well, thank you. Thank you very much, because I am not close to 13, but I have been writing poetry since I was 14 years old, which is a good number of years, but I've only been published since my first book came out April 14, 2015. Okay. So for the first 2 years, I only wrote my own books, which in those 2 years, I got 13 books done in 8 categories. And then, once I started promoting for that, people started asking me for help. And initially I was saying, no, I can't, I don't want to do it. But because I thought it would take away from my own stuff, but my own brand and everything. But quite honestly, I think that this was my calling to help other people do it. I do more writing now than I did before.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, if you got that gift, you got that gift. Now, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So, just so that we can have a narrow idea of what, I know you named some, but what services do you actually offer? I know you went from the top to the bottom, but I want to just lay it out.
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody understands.
Okay,
I'm seeing a few people in the chat who are book writers, so they might can use your services as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all gonna have to excuse my little kitten just walked past me acting crazy trying to get my spotlight. But okay, so as an individual service, I offer ghostwriting, which is mostly me writing the book, for you. I offer writing coaching, which is basically just help polishing your book that you already have. But I also offer a full service writing coaching, which includes everything from editing and polishing, formatting, copyright assistance, custom covers and logos. I also offer that in my package, and self-publishing assistance. So like I said, even if you haven't started a book, your last show, JustJae Adams, I helped her do all 3 of her books in 8 months from scratch.
Wow.
Woo!
That is amazing.
That was a lot.
Someone wanted to know, what's your location?
Yeah, where are you located?
I am in Powder Springs, but I take clients all over. I have had clients in Atlanta, but I've also had clients everywhere up and down the East Coast.
Now, so what part of Powder Springs? Because we just love Powder Springs. Where you at in Powder Springs? Where you near?
I'm off Macedonia. Where you guys?
Well, we were over there.
Okay.
We was in the Hiram side, so we was definitely on the Powder Springs.
Okay, you were pretty close. You were about 10 minutes away.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Nice. So we was next door neighbors. Didn't even know you wrote. That's crazy.
Right.
So now I know you help other people, but what books that you have out that people can actually go out and buy, and where can they buy them at?
Okay, so I have, as I stated, I have 13 for myself. So I have a street lit series called Shameless Sins. There's a part 1, 2, and 3 of that. There's an erotica series called High Heels and Homicide. Both of those made Amazon's best-selling. Both series made Amazon best-selling list. Nice. I have a Christian fiction series, which is called Sin in the Secret. There's a part 1 and 2 of that. I have 2 books of poetry. I can't remember the names of those. And then I have
you know the name of your own book?
Listen, when I tell you guys, I was just like, the way my mom was set up, I'll start a book. As soon as I'm done with this book, I don't even remember the characters mostly. I have to go back and read them to go back. I would just write. And I think that's the thing that helps me with taking clients now, because I'm able to get one book out of my mind fast and start on another.
Right. All right. Mm-hmm. So now, I mean, obviously you got that gift, but what made you want to start coaching people? I mean, what was that? You know what? I'm going to do this for other people because I see there's a need for this. What was that defining moment for you?
There were 2. The first one came when I first wanted to publish my books. I signed with a company I will not name, and my book went number 1 on Amazon's street fiction urban literature section, and I got $0 from my publisher.
Whoa.
And that made me want to become a publisher. I literally had to fight to get out of that deal because the whole time she was telling me that my books weren't selling, that she didn't even want part 2, and I had to give her something else. And then one of my publishing mates, somebody else on the publishing company, screenshotted that I had made number 1.
Wow.
I got 0. So that was the first moment when I thought maybe I should be a publisher. But quite honestly, the standard of, and this is no shade to any publishing company, but this is just the standard. The standard is usually somewhere between 40-60% cut, or, like it's very rarely 50-50. So the writer, the actual author of the book, would be losing to me. As a writer, it didn't feel right to me to go into actual publishing. So I did try, but first I became the COO of a publishing company, and then I started my own company. But quite honestly, after spending a year doing that, I felt it was more lucrative, for one, and I would be able to help more people, for 2, do this on their own. My clients keep their 100% of their royalties. They keep all the copyrights are in their name. Once I get my fees, they don't owe me anything else. I mean, the only thing I ask for outside of that is a review on my services.
Okay.
And I think that's the thing that is really important to people. I don't own any rights to any of the 80 books that I did. Because when I say 80, I don't count my book. That's all for other people. And I don't own any of the rights to any of those books. They belong to the people that write them. And that's very important to me, that no one is able to take advantage of them the way I was taken advantage of when I went number 1.
Wow.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's amazing. Someone wanted to know if we will be posting your contact information. So just keep that in mind. We're going to get your contact information for those that are interested in utilizing your services.
Now, I got a question about the services. Is there I'm sure your packages are, a nice affordable package, but is there a la carte services, or
all of them are? I never charge for full service. I charge under $1,000 for full service, and that's from scratch. That's everything included. I charge under $1,000. I normally charge $950, but I do sales. So you might catch an $850 sale, or my birthday is July 30th, so you may catch a $730 sale.
Okay.
Or something like that. But I never go over $1,000. I think that when I researched it, most of the companies are charging $2,500, $3,500, even up into the $5,000s, but they don't offer everything that I offer.
Okay.
And I think that's unfair. You have to already come with your files ready, and all you're paying them for is to actually basically distribution or to get it out there, but they're not doing any promoting. You have to come up with your own cover. You have to make sure your files are edited. So I think, I wanted to reach people that weren't able to pay that price, but I found the best stories in this price bracket.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nice. I mean, because when you're hungry, I mean, you get creative with the mind. So you definitely want to have those stories. So I definitely feel that part for sure. Yeah.
So what is your process, and how can you get a book done in as little as 28 days? What is that process for you?
Okay. So I call it my just right process. And I really haven't even promoted this to anybody, but basically I have you either send me your file. I do provide my clients with a contract, a guarantee statement protecting your files, saying that you keep 100% of your rights. Everything that I just said is in writing. Then I have you either send me your file, or I have you send me recordings of you telling your story. In that case, it's mostly autobiographies, but I give you I give myself 2 months to do it, but usually I sit down and I type everything for you, go through everything, send it back to you once, let you go through it. After a second edit, we are usually ready for, copyright and publishing literally take a week altogether.
Okay.
So once we actually have the book done, it doesn't take a lot for me. It's just a matter of, I do this full time. So I'm able to really sit down. I'm one of the luckiest people in the world. I'm able to sit down and write and read all day. That's it. That's all I have to do.
That's awesome.
All day.
I mean, that's got to be something that you actually love to do in order to be able to sit down in front of the computer and say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I have to do all day.
Okay. Now we have a question.
Well, I grew up in the era where we had the Zane books and the Terry Woods, and we used to sit up in the corners in the little reading nooks and read all day. So that's really, you know, I had jobs before, but quite honestly, I never was a job person. I was like the mom from Everybody Hates Chris. I would quit every job I had. I don't need this job. It didn't matter if I did or not. So being able to do something that I've always said since I was about 14, I'm going to be a writer. I live what I wanted to do every day. So even for the books that are not really my cup of tea, because I have read, you know, worked on some that weren't really my thing as far as entertainment, to help my clients cry when they get their book. They are happy. They, you know, to be able to help them do what I did. I sit up and I'll read for days straight till my eyes burn. Like my eyes are literally burning some nights when I lay down, because I'll just sit in front of my laptop and read and read and read until I have to close them. But quite often the story is you get, you know, from reading books like that, you get wrapped up in them. You remember back in those days, you are in the story. So I'm able to still do whatever I want to do with my children, and my children are readers as well. Okay. So my house is quiet 95% of the time. I don't really have too many issues with that. And I get to know everybody's business basically. So
we have a question from an author. She wants to know, do you help with distribution as well? Because she has a book out. She had 3 books, and she wants to know if you help with distribution.
I don't, but what I do help you with is I help you set up a virtual book tour, which you can do from your home, and it builds promo. I have like an entire list of, you know, shows you could book. I used to do for 3 years straight. I did 30 shows every 2 or 3 months. Where you know, just to promote yourself. And these are people, some of these shows are $5. You pay $5 and you're on there, you know, you get to be on their show. Sometimes they post you on their social media, you know, basically it's all about promo. I wouldn't pay, like, I don't believe in paying people to distribute. The only reason I even sign my clients up with Amazon is because I like the math and printing. You can print your books for $2 to $3 and you can sell them for your regular price. I don't believe in paying someone else to distribute, mostly because they still require you to do all the promotion that you will be doing if you didn't have them.
Right. I mean,
you know, I think, you know, I set my clients up to make their money. JustJae, she made bestsellers list. She made bestsellers list without a distribution person, without a marketing person, but just her. You know what I'm saying? I think when you're hungry enough for it, you're going to make it happen. And you don't have to worry about paying out money that doesn't generate back money to you. And at a time like this, that is very important.
Oh yeah. That's definitely something like that. I'm glad that you're putting it out there like that, because a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, you know, when you have an art that, you know, a tangible art like a book or movie, something like that, you know, there's a lot goes into it, just creating that process. So when you have a project, like for us, we do a lot of movies and stuff like that, and everybody has their own little channel, their Roku channel, their channel on Fire Stick, whatever the case may be, and they're like, hey, we need content for our channel. I'm like, okay, well, cool. How much are you paying? Well, my channel's gonna help promote you too. Well, no, it won't if you don't have the content on your channel. If there's no one subscribing to your channel, you know what I'm saying? So how can you have a channel with no people subscribing to it? It doesn't make any sense. Well, then why are you putting it on YouTube? Well, we monetize from YouTube, so it makes sense. But why would I give you my content that I've slaved over hours and hours of trying to create just to give it to you because you want some people to come to your channel to see stuff that you didn't create?
Right.
So I get that, but a lot of people don't understand that process from us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, you make these movies and some of the content, you know, we got a channel, let's work together. I understand let's work together, but at the same time,
it has to make sense.
It has to make sense.
It has to make sense.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely has to make sense. If I'm spending $1,000 to $2,000 just to make a project, for me to just hand it over to you and hope somebody sees it, doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying?
I think that a lot of people want to skip the process of branding themselves. In order for people to want to buy things from you or want to support whatever you have going on, they're buying into you. You have to brand yourself. You have to get yourself out there to be valuable to any other business or entity. It's not worth me doing business with you if I don't gain very much from it. You know what I'm saying? And that's just business. I've only done one collaboration, and that was with my best friend. I do not do collaborations with other people because they don't have the same drive that I have. Well, I haven't met one yet that wanted to do a collaboration that had the same drive to push it the way I wanted to push it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not gonna do all the work just so you can benefit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We've been there. We're probably cut from the same cloth because we're the exact same way. We've had these conversations, but here's the thing: a lot of people say, "Oh man, black people can't work together." It's not that we don't want to work with black people or things like that. It is that I don't want to be taken advantage by black people. Yeah. You know, or anybody from that matter. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to be taken advantage of. But we get that stigma that we can't work together, this, that, and the third. Or you think you this, you think you that. So, no, it's not even that. It's like I put a lot of work into this. And if you have a channel, you have a Roku channel or a distribution outlet, that you should be able to put behind your creation, like I put behind my creation, and to make it work. So if you have a channel or a book distribution, then you should be able to license content, license my book however you want to do it, and sell it, and you know what I'm saying, and we all make money. But if I'm just doing making all the sacrifice to give it to you, fuck you. I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being real.
Yeah. So now listen, here's the thing. I have a question for you. As far as being a coach, what are your goals for your clients? What is your goals as a coach?
For one, I would like when I say the thing that I put the most energy into is making sure that they have a good product. You know what I'm saying? Lots of people will coach you and maybe you come to them and you are not, everybody's not a writer. Let's just say that. Everybody's not a writer, but lots of people have a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? So I put a lot of energy into just basically making sure the product is put together well. Because it doesn't only reflect on them as they're telling people, Jay, help me, and all of this, it reflects on me as well. Oh, yeah. So that's the thing I put the most energy into, is making sure the product is put together well. And that includes a quality cover and quite often, if my clients aren't happy with the way something printed out, which it has happened, they like something, and then when they realize this really, oh my goodness, this really happened for me, now they want something different. Quite often I do it for free because it's my brand. Those are the people that come back to me. I have clients that have done 4 and 5 books with me, full price. They don't ask me for discount because, like you said, it's about, if you show me you appreciate my value, then I don't have a problem with working with you. You know what I'm saying? I get $100 tips from clients after they pay my full price. I get $100 tips because they are so happy with the quality and the service that I offer. You know what I'm saying? Like I really work on these books as if they're mine. Yeah, I wouldn't want anybody to represent me and say I helped them do something, and they're like, "Oh, why you let her help you do this? This was a mess." You know what I'm saying? Like, she needed some help herself. And I pay, like, I have people. I am not a graphic designer. I have a graphic designer and I have an editor, and I pay them whatever they ask. Like we have contracts, but they came up with the price. Right. You know what I'm saying? You tell me what you're worth, and I'll pay you. And I have 2 graphic designers now, but my first one, she was signed to my publishing company when I first had her. And when I realized she could do graphics, I told her I'll let her go to do her own. I'll release her from her contract to do her own publishing company as long as she signed a contract to do graphics. And just from working with me, with all my clients, she's able to work from home now. She doesn't have to work for anybody else. And my goal is really to even if they don't promote enough to make bestseller or get awards, which quite a few of them have, but even if that's not the case, there is a story that story is a legacy. The children will be able to eat off that story. That's something, especially if it's an autobiography, that's something that will never go away. It's out there forever. And I've had people, quite honestly, like just get out of prison. I helped them put a book out, and now they're entrepreneurs. The book turned into a clothing line, turned into this, that, and the other. That mentality that I help install into them, that you are valuable and this is this is what you're worth. People are gonna want this. This is awesome. Like, you know what I mean? That to me, I think that's why I'm able to last doing this. I haven't worked at anybody's job in years. Every time I do an interview, God sends me so many clients, I can't even show up the first day of the job. So, my mom is the old school type where you need job security. But every time I'll go for the interview and get the job, but then by the time it's time to start my first day, I got 7 new clients. Ma, I can't go to work. I can't go to work, Ma. I have to work. I can't go to work.
Because you got to work on your dream, right, and your business.
Exactly.
You putting that to you.
It pays the bills. It pays my bills. And my rent is $1,400 over here. And I've been at this house over a year now. Yeah. So that, you know what I'm saying? It's my children are comfortable. And my son he draws. He's a very talented, he's 15, but he's a very talented illustrator. And I've been able to book clients for him. See? You know what I'm saying? And not just that, his art teacher said something like, oh, you should get a book. And he's like, yeah, my mom can do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Something like, my daughter is saying, if I want to, I can put out a book. You're right. And I could do it right from my house. Exactly. Like even I've never written a children's book for myself, but both of my children's schools know me as the book plug. You know what I mean? Like they are so proud of me that they're like, well, I can't read her books, but you probably can. Here's her business card.
Wow.
That's awesome. I love it.
Now I really like that I'm able to, once my clients have a book out, that's something that their children are proud of them for too. You know?
That's right. Now tell us about your VSD Real Small Talk Radio that you have and how that tie into your writing.
Well, okay, so I don't know how it happened, quite honestly. I went on 2 or 3 shows as part of my virtual book tour, trying to promote myself, and I went maybe 2 or 3 times to these shows, and I ended up as a co-host of 2 of the shows. Actually 3. So up until maybe 6 months ago, I was doing 3 shows. 3, like one was Blog Talk and the other one were like, satellite radio and small time radio like that. But I was the host of 3 of them all at once, and I had it kind of just fell into my lap. I think that it tied into my writing because that's how I got my first clients.
Okay.
My first clients all came to me as co-hosts. They were co-hosts. My first client, very first client, her name is Cam McCluster, and I love her so much. We've done 2 books together, and she's already booked me for her 3rd book, but she sent me at least 15 clients. She sent me at least 15 people, and some of those people have 2 and 3 books. You know what I'm saying? Nice. So, and that's just from, she's like, Jay, you have to help me. And I'm like, I don't think so. And she's like, well, how much does it cost for you to help me? And I think I might have only charged her $250 just because I wasn't sure I would be able to coach her well. Like I've never coached before. So I'm like, look, pay me $250 and I know I can get the book done, but I'm not sure about the coaching part. You know what I'm saying? And it turned out so well. She was so happy with, she wrote an autobiography, then she wrote a self-help book. Wow. And, I've been able to be experienced in, I want to say 10, but I kind of think it's a little bit more than that, different categories, because whatever people bring to me, I can do it as far as genres of writing. Quite honestly, sometimes I'm not even sure what genre it is, but I can do it. I'm like, okay, let me figure out where this fits in, but I can get it done for you,
Where are you from originally?
I'm from New Jersey.
Okay. Hey. I know you had because you sound kind of like my husband. Y'all have that dialect,
where are you from in Jersey?
I'm from Jersey City.
Hey, Brick City in the house. I'm from Newark. Hey.
I actually have had 0 clients from Jersey City, but I've had 5 clients in the past year from Newark, and it's made me so happy. Hey. It's made me so happy. I want to, you want to do stuff for your community at home.
Yeah. All right. So
absolutely.
Jabron, you got the questions. Somebody can ask questions.
Absolutely. Y'all chime in. Okay. If y'all have any questions, we'll put them up there.
Yeah.
And we'll get them read for you. I know someone is asking for your contact phone number. I don't know if you have a business number or you want to give them just
I saw Lorraine, and I know we were in the middle of it. My number is 678-770-1274.
Hold on.
We're gonna ask because we're gonna scroll it down.
678
770 1274.
All right, so we're gonna have this at the bottom here. Going. Okay, there we go. Boom.
Yeah, 678-770-1274. That's the number that you can contact her. Not right now. Wait till we're off this call.
Yeah, don't call her now.
Wait till we're off the interview. And then, but you guys, if you have any questions, you guys can what got you into right? Okay, you guys can actually call her. And we also have her social media. We're happy to plug that in just a moment so that they can contact you via social media, email, or whatever. Jabron wants to know
what got you into writing. I think I kind of answered that question, but he's late.
I actually didn't. My very first poetry, I wrote poetry first. I actually was skipping school to go to the library, which was a really ridiculous thing to do. But I initially was getting paid $5 a page to write love letters.
Wow.
I was writing boyfriend, girlfriend, girl. Sometimes I was writing to myself because I would write one from her to him, and then he would be like, I can't write that good. Can you write it for me? And I would write one back to her. And they were paying me $5 a page for these love letters.
Really?
Yep. And from there it turned into
you gonna be real good with the words.
And from there it turned to poetry, which I'm not gonna lie, I won a couple contests, but I mostly got in trouble for these poems. My mother stayed snatching up notebooks, and I got in so much trouble for writing. I was always writing above my age,
you was writing the nasty stuff, huh?
I was. Erotica is still my favorite category.
If you were reading Zane and stuff like that, then I know because I was reading those books also. I was of age. Right. You probably were too. I was of age when I was reading them, but those books were so intriguing. And it brings you into the story, like you said, and then you become a part of that. It's like you're in that world and you can't wait to get back to it and read some more. And I'm sure the way it sounds, that's the way your books are as well.
Now, who's the author that you went to that event
Zane.
with? That was Zane? Okay, yeah. So she actually met Zane.
Yeah, I met Zane. She's one of my Facebook friends, but I've met her a couple times because she came to the set that time. Yeah. So, and that was my favorite author. This was like years ago. So I never thought that I would actually be able to meet her, in person. So that was really, really exciting. So now
she is my favorite too. I loved her so much. And it was so funny. I always tell my kids, my favorite author, we didn't know if it was a man or a woman, a black person, a white person. For at least 10 years. Nobody knew what Zane looked like for 10 years, but we all was like, I got $20. Let's go to Canal Street to get her book. Like, let's go. It was, she inspired me to get into novels. My very first novel I wrote during my divorce. We were in a house not talking to each other. So I had to do something with the words, and I wrote every day, and it ended up being over 49,000 words.
Whoa. Wow. Then that's just a question. I'll ask you, so you help all these people, 80 plus people with their books. How long are these books? They're like 100 pages. What's the range?
Well, it varies. I don't let them do self-help books that are more than 75 pages because if no one knows you, we have to be realistic. Nobody knows you, and they're not going to want your help if you're not a kabillionaire yet. So we have to be realistic with that. But as far as my fiction books, I've had over 375 pages, like several times. They're over 375 pages several times, but the average is about 200 pages for fiction.
Okay.
Nice.
But that's a lot of writing that you're doing. So
it is.
How do you not get carpal tunnel?
I think I have it. Quite honestly, I really think I have it because I'm starting to experience pain in my wrist and shoulder. But it does not stop me from writing. My mom is upset about it. My boyfriend is up like, look, you need to just put your laptop to the side. And I could say I'm done for the day. But if it's a really good story, I will be back at it. Sometimes 12 hours a day, mostly because I like the story. I've had clients, the autobiographies always get me the most because it's true. I have clients that talk about, in their lives, they've been molested by multiple family members. I had one, her mom got shot in front of her when she was 10, and then she was molested by family members, and then her son died. It was, you know, it's so much stuff that happens in these real life stories where I can't put the book down. I'm like, look, I know I told you 2 months, but I'm about to send you the book tomorrow.
Wow.
And we're gonna start, you know, I just can't. I'm such a reader, which when I'm writing, I don't read already published books, which is a little bit sad for me because I really love fiction. But it mixes in your mind because you get into that world, it mixes in your mind. So I try not to do any reading while I'm writing outside of my clients. So I get wrapped up in these stories like they Zane or something. Like, no, girl, we gotta add you something spicy right here, and you know.
Okay.
For Jabron, yes, I do. I have a Christian fiction series called Sinning in Secret, and it is clean writing. It is clean writing. There's no sex outside of marriage. There's no cursing, and there's, you know, it's not vulgar in any way at all. However, the pastor has a sex addiction.
Okay, what?
Say that name again.
Sinning in Secret.
See,
Sinning in Secret.
Now, I was interested. You say there was no cursing in it, so I don't know now, man.
Well, I think here's the thing. This is one of my favorites. It's so funny. My 2 favorites are my erotica and my Christian fiction because they are a challenge. After you write all types of nasty, it is super challenging to write clean. And I did them literally. Those series are back to back. So I was all out as BDSM, tie her up, tie him down.
Hey, now we talking.
And then I was dealing with the pastor and his wife back to back.
I got a question. So do any of your books, the erotica one, do they have any pictures or is it just all words?
Really? No pictures. It's all words.
Right.
Really?
I just think I just. I mean, I'm sure I'm asking for a friend.
Really?
Right.
Well, the point of the book is to make the words come out to you and you can visualize.
Right. Well, my erotica is about this is my favorite one. It went number 3 in erotica on Amazon. Nice. And it is about a female serial killer. And she kills her lovers. Like, she be sexing them up and down, but then she sliced their throat. She's
like a Black Widow.
All out crazy, but her sex is so good that they cannot help being drawn to her. Like, they are suspecting her for all types of crimes, and she killed like 3 brothers back to back. But this lady is so beautiful and she's so seductive and nasty that the cop he fell in love with her. Like, I think you did this, but I'm gonna sleep with you one more time.
Killer stuff.
Yeah, right. Literally, killer stuff.
That's some killer stuff. I'm being clean because, you know, there's some people on here I don't want to be cursing in front of, but that's some clean.
Thank you. Thank you. God, I never know what's gonna come out this man's mouth. That's good. That sounds really interesting, and I really need to know. I don't know. Maybe after we're off the call, if you can, go back into the comments and put like maybe some links to your books.
Yes, please.
Where people can actually go and purchase your books. I know we have your phone number scrolling through, but just add your contact information as well with your email address and stuff like that, because a lot of people are interested. I know later on down the line, maybe the next year or so, I may be ready to write my book. I still feel like the chapter that my first beginning chapter isn't completely closed just yet. So I want to get that kind of out of my system. But once I get to that next phase in my life, I do want to write that first chapter of my life. I want to put it into an autobiography. So, and I've been saying that I just don't have the patience to sit down and do it.
Hey, for less than $1,000, you can get it done.
We write scripts all day, every day. So,
well, I mean, we might be able to barter and help each other, because I do want to turn some of my books into a series.
Hey.
Okay.
Well, we done. But we're gonna talk off air because I don't want anybody knowing our deal. You know, we'll talk off air now.
Right.
But so Jabron, she does do. She has written movies and film series. She does do that, Jabron. So he's asking that question that you answered earlier today. So, hey, Jabron, I'm gonna let you go back and watch from the beginning.
No, you can ask whatever you want to. You ask, Jabron. I don't care how late you are. You ask.
Hey, yes. We did talk about, you know, possible collaboration, because like her, we don't really collaborate with a lot of people too. But I see a familiar spirit on her as we got with ourselves. So this collaboration may work out better than any of them.
I'm for it, and if it helps, I pay what you worth.
Hey,
and I pay what you worth. You know,
and that's how it works.
Paying.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been asking a bunch.
I've been messing with you, Jabron.
Well, thank you, Jabron. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna go back and watch. That's okay.
Don't mind me, Jabron. I like to have fun with people. So JustJae. So, is there anything that you want to cover that we did not cover? And because it's been a great informative interview, but it's something that we want to make sure that we got everything that you want to get across to people.
I mean, the message that I want to leave everybody with is, even if you don't work with me, with the thing that if you are in the writing world, you know what just happened with Leo Sullivan and that whole thing.
Okay, well, I don't know. Explain that one. We don't know.
Okay, so Leo Sullivan had a very large publishing company, and those people got ripped off. Amazon took all of his books down, saying that he wasn't some type of fraud with Amazon, right? And he took those people's books down, but he owned the rights to their books, so they cannot republish. They cannot go back and do. And he hadn't been paying them for months. They had not been getting their royalties. Wow. And there's literally nothing they can do because they signed these contracts.
There's something they can do. They got to do is find out where he live at.
Well, I mean legally, you gotta. Okay, turn it off. There's legally nothing that they can do, to get their money, to get their book back, unless you show up where he is.
And that's what we'll be doing.
So the message, because that's what I did, because where you at, girl? Because we could talk about it. But he wasn't letting them out of their contracts. He wasn't sending them money. And he told them, he sent them an email saying, can you republish? No. Can you sign with anybody else? No. Will you be getting payments? I don't know. That was literally
so he was bold like that?
Wow. He was bold like that. And these people were devastated. It was at least a good 100 or more authors that were devastated. You understand? Wow. So to me, yes, I can I definitely can contact me and I can help you. But to me, the biggest thing that I want everyone to take away from this show is, even if you don't get my help, do it yourself. Own all of your rights and learn the skill. If you don't want to pay somebody, learn the skill. Take your time and learn. Erlina said she just went through that too. There are a lot of people who somebody else owns their stuff. Yeah. They put all their heart, sweat, and tears into these books, and somebody else could tell you it's mine now because you signed it away. You think, oh, Leo Sullivan, he had how you guys have deals with Netflix and all this stuff, but he was buying people's stuff, and not paying them. Basically, he was signing them to him and not paying them.
Yeah, see, me and him will have to catch him in the alley somewhere. Yeah, and that's all. I mean,
but even if once you do all of that, it's not going to bring back that shirt, because a lot of people, that's their baby, especially if it's their first one.
Well, first of all, if he's dead, they can do what they want to do because he can't sue. Well, that's all I'm saying. If he's dead up in the hospital somewhere, what are you going to do?
Well, then you're not getting your money for real.
No, I mean,
right. The crazy thing is, the company that I went number one on was a sister company to him. And I got out immediately, because you ain't got to do nothing but not pay me one time for me to know that this is not the thing to do. But I knew some of these authors personally, and they were not getting paid for 6 months or more, where he getting these royalties. Him and his wife were living lovely, going on vacations and doing all this. They had money for filming and all of this stuff. But if you don't control, it's like with music. If you don't control your masters, somebody else can definitely tell you what to do.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, I'm glad that the way you do it is you're upfront with everything, and you let them know, listen, you own this is yours. Yeah. Right. So that's a good thing that you do. That's upright. You know what I'm saying? That's being honest. And it's allowing people to still move forward and be free and comfortable, knowing that, hey, I can trust her with my information, because especially with an autobiography, you telling people your deepest, darkest secrets before it even hits, and them to be able to trust you with that information. That right there is amazing. That's awesome. So kudos to you on that. And I know JustJae, she's been plugging you in, guys. Oh, yeah. So y'all just know that one of the people that she helped is on here, and she's plugging her, y'all. She's plugging her like crazy, so y'all know that this is the real.
On my social media, I post reviews from every time I do a first time client, I get a review from them every single time, and you can go through and count on my Instagram, and it's almost 80 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I post my reviews for my clients. I've gotten out of 80 people, I've gotten 2 reviews where I wasn't moving fast enough for them.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, hey,
what is your social media?
JustJae _the book plug, and that is Instagram, and JustJae The Book Plug on Facebook. I really don't do Snapchat or Twitter or any of that, but you can guarantee reach me. I do respond to inboxes and DMs and all of that immediately. I respond to emails. You can email me at I have 2 emails, but you can email me at JAEPRISS, that's jpris@gmail, or you can email me at JustJaeWarner at Gmail. And I respond to all of them. I respond to everything in less than a day. And quite honestly, if you give me a day when you can start, I can give you a day when you can finish.
Boom, that's what I'm talking about. Now, Jabron got another question here. I don't know if you can see that question there. It could be the Jabron show after a while, all these questions, Jabron.
Okay, well, the Jabron, I think I got multiple personalities because a little bit of me is in all of my characters. So they're male and female, old, young. Everybody has just a little piece of me in it.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I say writers anyway. We are, when they say, "Oh, you hear voices," yes, we hear voices because we have to hear
all the time
voices from these kids.
We have whole conversation. How else would we get dialogue? How else would we get the right dialogue if we didn't hear whole conversation?
Exactly. Well, cool. Well, I said, JustJae, this has been a great interview.
Yes.
The people responding really nice to what's going on. So I'm quite sure you're gonna get a lot of inboxes and DMs in a few, especially for Jabron. He got a lot of questions there. So
that's okay, Jabron. You ask away, love.
Thank you, Jabron.
Lorraine wants you to put your social contact in the chat when you get opportunity.
I will as soon as it ends. Lorraine and Erlina too. Whoever wants it, I'm definitely gonna go back and put my information in.
Yeah, definitely. I'm quite sure you got about a good 4 or 5 clients coming from this interview already.
Awesome.
You know what? I cannot with her. She got I see dead people.
Oh Lord.
Right. And they talk to her. I was in on the conversation.
See?
Hey, no, Jabron, I'm just messing with you, Jay. You good, bro. You definitely good, man. We definitely, what I'm saying, we're just having fun right here, because this is what we do. We have fun, we're very kind-hearted people. We love people, we just have a good time here, what I'm saying, because the energy in this chat is awesome.
Yeah, I love
it. The energy in the chat is really good.
Thank you to everybody that did post questions.
Yeah.
I need my interview on your show. Okay, Lorraine, we got you. We're going to start back after November booking again. So we talk about that in a minute. We don't want to hold JustJae up because I know you got to get back to your writing and your babies and everything. So I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show. You have been absolutely amazing. And we wish you
Thank you for having me. I love it.
Yes, we wish you nothing but blessing and prosperity over your business, over your life, and everything that you're doing, because what you're doing is helping so many people. Mm-hmm. And that right there is going to continue to have your blessings flow. So we appreciate you for that.
Yes, indeed. Yes. All right. So if you got any shout outs you want to give real quick before we end this?
Shout out to my graphic designers, Wani and Felicia. Shout out to my editor, the Joseph Editorial Services, and shout out to my mama because I love her.
I know that's right.
Well, make sure she watched this video then. Make sure she watched this.
She supports everything. She supports everything.
Okay. And bleep out the curse word. He said one curse word. I had to hit him real quick. We'll bleep that out.
I said what?
Yes, you did. Okay. You did real good. You did good. He did so good, y'all.
I only did one. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay, JustJae. Thank you so much, love.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Have a good one. Hey guys, that was a great interview with the homie JustJae, the book plug.
The book plug,
so
y'all.
If you're trying to get your book written or you've been thinking about writing the book and you need a little bit of help, obviously she's the best person you need to get to. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, Erlina, very powerful. Thank you, Erlina. Hope, yes, Hope. You know what, Hope? I've been seeing you every interview. You know what I'm saying? So
thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you tuning
and
in.
Miss Erlina.
Yes, you guys be coming in.
Support. Yes.
Definitely love it. So thank you. Continue to watch our show every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So anything you want to say
about the we're gonna start open up our calendar back up in November. We have some things coming up that we didn't want to schedule too far past November because we don't know what our schedule is going to be like. So once we do open it up, guys, I know that Miss Erlina is going to be first in that slot, and then we're going to move from there. So we will be sending out, of course, a blast letting you guys know once that calendar open back up for the remainder of the year.
Exactly.
We normally shut down for the holidays, but I was like, we're not doing anything. We don't have to go anywhere. We're doing it from home. Let's just continue. We won't do it on the holiday, but we will do it around the holidays this time. So it'll be different.
Yes, Jabron, she was on Survivor Remorse.
Yes, I
was. Yes, definitely. So, yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. Well, guys, we really appreciate you guys. Next week's show is going to be with our homegirl, Leanne.
Yes.
All right. So look out for the the YouTube link and stuff like that. If you watch this on YouTube, please make sure that you are liking and subscribing. As we said right here. Just like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you. Let me do that again.
What? Make sure you do what?
Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. Make sure you do that. It's live show, so things happen. Things happen. So, guys, this has been a great show. Oh, people still doing comments. Let's say looking forward. Awesome. Okay.
Thank you,
Edwina. Yes, definitely. This was a good show. All our shows have been great, and this is getting better and better each time we're doing them. So I really appreciate you guys' time every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, another thing, if you guys have any commercials or anything that you want to promote, if you want to promote it during the show, we definitely do that. The package is very, very cheap. It's low costing.
Yeah.
So if you want us to run it during our show on the beginning and the end, you guys can inbox either myself or Bobby for the information. Also for the merch, like apparel or anything like that, if you want us to wear it on the show, you guys can let us know that as well.
We love t-shirts.
I'm
a 3X, so I'm a 3X because I'm kind of husky up here.
I'll inbox my size. And so, just let us know, and we got you.
All right.
All right.
So we're going to end this video how we do all of our videos with a 1, 2, 3, and peace.
Hi, I'm Emmy-nominated Melvin Jackson Jr., actor and producer. You're watching TPN Live with Bobby and Renee. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Nitra. I'm an extras casting director and a DDP yoga instructor, and I'm watching TPN Live with Bobby and Renee Peoples. And you should too.